Welcome to the 29th episode of Lubbock ISD Today.
We start off recognizing some well-needed hype for this testing season at OL Slayton.
Let's go, baby, let's go, kill it. This is us, nothing can stop us, we're on our way up, let's go.
Then we take a peek to Lubbock High's art community with their presentation of their own art mural.
Well, honestly, I haven't taken art most of my high school years, so it felt like a beautiful payoff for our class.
The Roscoe Wilson robotics team builds a path to success, literally, pursuing success in competition.
All this and much, much more coming so soon. So stay tuned to Lubbock ISD Today. Hello, and welcome to the 29th edition of Lubbock ISD Today. I am James Pennington, and he is Diego Molinar, and I want to start off by saying, what up, brother?
Special teams, special plays, special players, and boy, do we have a special show in store for you as we bring you news that matters.
Up first, we bring you some hype from OL Slayton as they try to get their kids pumped up for their STAR test. The teachers dressed up, wrote motivational posters, and high-fived the students in the halls, all in hopes to raise the students' spirits and hype them up for the STAR test.
Speaking of getting excited, it's been incredible to see the achievements that have come out of our brand new AgriSTEM complex school this year. Recently, AgriSTEM students partnered with the class at Texas Tech to gain first-hand experience surrounding feed research for stock animals. This project allowed our Lubbock ISD students the opportunity to experience college and gain understanding of what their future education could look like right here at Texas Tech.
You know, anytime we're able to get students outside of the typical learning environment that we have in classrooms and pair them with students that are actually going through certain secondary post-learning opportunities, I think is a great opportunity to show them what their educational future may look like. So just really excited for them to get a small glimpse into not only a college class, but group work from a college perspective, and get to learn and hear from Dr. Sarturi and his passion and enthusiasm is something really exciting that I hope gets these students fired up to just continue whatever learning path they may be on.
It's cool to see Texas Tech and our community get involved with our students.
Talking about the community, the Lubbock High art students are giving back as they showcase their skills for the new mural at the Lubbock Activity Center. Take a look at it here. The Westerners students that created this masterpiece and had the chance to go and see it. They spent countless hours working on this new art mural and couldn't be more proud that it's there to stay at the Lubbock Activity Center.
So it was kind of like, yeah, I'd love to do that. I know how big that is when the kids actually can do something that is in the community. And so I just thought it would be a worthwhile project. I went and asked Mr. Young if we could do it, and he was like, yes, of course. So he was very supportive.
How'd you feel when you walked through those curtains to reveal it?
I actually felt surprised. I didn't know that we was going to get applaud, so it felt pretty nice, pretty surprising for me.
Congrats to them. And from an art mural to a Monterey Plainsman graduate, our school is prepared for students for success, even after high school. For one local business, they are backed by Lubbock ISD grads. Recently, HTO opened its third location, and so, why was there a ribbon cutting? Well, their Director of Operations, Natalie Snow, is a 2020 graduate of Monterey. She is 22 years old and is a major supporter of Lubbock ISD. She has given back to us with tea donations and so much more. We are so grateful for everything that she has done for Lubbock ISD.
I hold so much value to LISD. They provided me with amazing education, and I was in the orchestra program, and so my amazing orchestra director taught me something that I will continue to remember for the rest of my life. He told me, you know, when you become something one day, when you get rich and famous, don't forget about the people that got you there, and definitely don't forget to come back and say thank you. And so that's exactly what we've done through our company, be able to give free tea to teachers, say thank you, and you know, they do so much for our community. Teachers are amazing, and I love Lubbock ISD, and that's something we're excited to be able to provide through this.
Thanks again to Natalie Snow and HTO for what they do for Lubbock ISD.
And sticking with our district, Dunbar Middle School has a tradition of excellence, along with some amazing history with their students and teachers.
Hannah Gilchrist takes us over to Dunbar, home of the Panthers.
Dunbar College Preparatory Academy is one of Lubbock ISD's longest-standing educational facilities with an impressive history of achievement and packed full of vibrant traditions that carry on from 1923 till today. Dunbar graduated its last senior high school class in 1993 and is now a 6th to 8th grade program only, and the high educational standards remain the same.
To the fact that I did go here when it was a high school, we had a lot of parent participation. Community was great. Everyone pitched together. And one thing that I can say, we still have that togetherness here. And throughout the years, it has gotten stronger. And mind you, we're looking for stronger years to come here at Dunbar.
We want them to take leadership here so that they begin to understand that's going to be their role in the future. We're serving them now, so they can serve the community, Lubbock and the surrounding community.
In order to encourage Dunbar students to carry on this tradition of pride in oneself and in one's community, teachers and staff like Mrs. Jones and Mr. Flemons have worked very hard to help these students believe that they are capable of great things.
I've seen a lot of our students that have come through here, graduated. It kind of makes me feel really good when I'm out at a restaurant or in the store and they're like, Miss Jones or whatever, and I'm like, oh, how are you doing? I'm fine. Are you still at Dunbar? Yes, sir, I am, or yes, ma'am, I am. And they're going to school, they're trying to be educators. Some of them are trying to be educators themselves, engineers. It's just a lot of children that have come through here that have done great things when they left from here. And it's all due to the teachers that they had in the classroom setting to help them achieve and be successful.
They're preparing me confidence-wise, you know, because when I came here, I wasn't very confident in myself, but talking to them made me believe more in myself. And also things like Wicker, you know, collaboration, talking with people, stepping out of my comfort zone.
Jonathan takes band class with Mr. Flemons, and teachers like Mr. Flemons continue to instill success into their students and carry on the tradition and history of achievement within Dunbar, and the proof is in the pudding.
This year I went to all region and I placed first chair and I got a plaque, so.
Congratulations, Jonathan. Maybe we'll see your name on the Hall of Fame wall soon.
Great work showcasing the great things at Dunbar. James, you saw it firsthand. Truly a campus steeped in tradition.
Yeah, it was really impressive to see the school pride and pure and positive energy at the Dunbar firsthand.
Yeah, I believe it. Now, James, I think it's time we send it over to our latest segment on the show.
You're absolutely right, Diego. This new segment has been a big hit, and so without further ado, Elena, what do you have us for today?
Thanks, team, and welcome into round one of Social Media Today. Our schools have been busy posting on the internet, and we have all the good news here for you. So let's get into it. First grade Buffaloes at Brown explored measuring, counting, and weighing as they cooked up some delicious pizza at Dion's. You love to see the real-world experience. And we have more first grade fun. The first graders from Nat Williams went on a field trip to see Kung Fu Panda 4. What a field trip. That's my kind of field trip. And spent the afternoon with their friends at the park. What a fun day. Thanks to Walmart for volunteering with Earth Day at Irvin Elementary. The students at Irvin loved getting to plant the flowers that they were given. Two of our amazing 5th grade students are representing McWhorter in Austin, Texas. We wish them all the luck in the world as they present their project on Pearl Harbor as they compete in the Texas History Day competition. And we had a signing out of Estacado. Isaiah Castro signed with Tyler and Antoine Haskin, signed with Diamond Football Academy. With these two signings, the Matadors have sent 12 to the next level in football. Way to go, class of 2024. And that's your look at round one of Social Media Today. We will be back before you know it, but until then, let's send it back to our anchor team at the desk.
Another great run of Social Media Today.
Couldn't have said it any better. Elena kills it every time, but we have to head to break. And so, still to come on this edition of Lubbock ISD Today, we get tuned in with Leakin as he tells us all the new trending topics from around the world.
But first, who are our Hardwick Elementary students' favorite teachers? That's a great question, but we will just have to wait and see.
So stick around because we will be right back after this short break.
Ever since winning Broadcast Excellence at STN, us second years have been very proud of our achievements. but maybe a little bit too proud. You see, it all started with the photo shoot. Mr. Ward even brought it on the show.
I'm timing out to say I buried the lead.
We even put it on a wall in our classroom. Maybe permanently.
Ugh, it won't come off. Come on!
Hey, can you watch it? Don't scratch it.
I'm not!
I guess you could say a few months later, we are still proud of getting the 3rd highest grade in the nation.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. She didn't mean to scratch you.
Every holiday break, Alana's always in Vegas. And every time she comes back, there's something a little different about her.
Okay, we got a doubleheader tonight, a basketball game. Who's coming?
Ooh, I can't. I'm going to Vegas. I got 50 on Lincoln. Lincoln, 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 Lincoln! Lincoln!
We don't know at what point we should be concerned about her.
I can't lose my knee. Come on. No. Come on. No! I lost everything.
Gambling issue? You can get help. Call today.
Welcome in to the 29th episode of Lubbock ISD Today. At the desk today, we have Diego Molinar and James Pennington. Weather with Jaden Lopez. Sports with myself, Aubrey Noble. Tuned in with Lincoln Oglesby. And social media today with Elena Lucero. Now, let's head back to the desk as we continue the 29th episode of Lubbock ISD Today.
Welcome back to episode 29. Diego, only 4 more weeks of school, man. And that makes me real sad.
Yeah, when I think back on my high school career, I'm going to remember baseball and this class. We had so much fun this year.
We did, and I am so glad we signed up for this class. And I would say we are setting the standard.
Hey, that's a great transition for our next story, as we head on over to the home of the Hardwick Mustangs with the prompt of my favorite teacher. Isiru Lara has more.
Miss Nisbet, because she likes to play outside and she's taught me how to write really good.
Bonaham. She's done really good math and taught me how to use my strategies for when it comes to tests. And she plays around with us and makes the class really fun and interesting.
Incredible story on Hardwick. You know, even though I went to Waters, I don't think I would have minded going to Hardwick instead.
It's a very well-kept school, so I can definitely agree on that.
Of course. Now let's toss it over to Elena for a second round of social media today.
Right, so go ahead, Elena.
Welcome back, everyone, into social media today. You know the routine and you know the spill. Let's just get back into our ticket items our schools posted on the internet. Breakfast for the entire staff. Shout out to the Stewart Elementary PTA for supporting the staff in feeding them on the Big Star testing day. At Roscoe Wilson, their students competed in the Robotics Championship. Great job by these students and coaches. They were so prepared for this contest. And we want to say, go to the Wranglers. At Wolfworth Elementary, Miss Hensley's class had been observing the butterfly life cycle. Just the other day, they released their butterflies. Keep up the great work, Wildcats. These historians from Evans are competing in Austin at the State History Fair. We know that they will do an incredible job and make all of Lubbock ISD so proud. And that's a wrap on the Mansfield Invitational. Our middle schoolers wrapped up their swim and dive season at this invitational and did a great job. The LISD One Guy Pizza Challenge is still on this April. Each high school submitted a pizza. And so if you want to support our talented culinary students, swing by Giorgio's or One Guy Pizza locations. And that's your look at round 2 of Social Media Today. We will be back next week bringing you all the great things from our district's social media channels. A final reminder, if you want to see your school on this segment, tag us in your post and it's a guarantee that you are on next week's show.
Thanks so much, Elena. And she's right. We want our schools to tag us in their posts.
Right. It will help us stay informed and guarantee that they are on the segment, just like Elena said.
Now, Diego, are you ready to tune in around the world?
Yes, sir. Lincoln joins us now to get us tuned in. Lincoln?
Thanks so much, James and Diego. I'm so excited to be here tuning you in from the weird and unusual news from around the world. So, let's get started. Sound the alarm. Security alert, security alert. Yes, that's an alligator sleeping soundly beneath a plane at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa. Well, that was until the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission came to the rescue and woke the grumpy gator somehow. The animal got past base security but couldn't get past these skilled wranglers. No aircraft or animal was harmed. The alligator has been returned to the wild, and as far as we know, the Air Force still isn't recruiting alligator pilots. Sorry, guys. A TSA K-9 got a hero's send-off celebrating a doggone job well done after 8 years in the field. Messi, the security K-9 at DC's Reagan Airport, was the guest of honor at a retirement party where he was showered with affection and tennis balls. For his years of faithful service, here's hoping you have a ball, Messi. You've earned it. Star Wars fans are breaking out their lightsabers ahead of May the 4th, National Star Wars Day. True Moon Brand Dairy is also getting ready to celebrate by offering blue milk, the iconic drink that was introduced in Star Wars A New Hope. The jugs will feature labels with the characters Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. In a tweet about the milk, the dairy says it will be available for a limited time. Netflix made some risky moves last year, but it seems to have paid off. The streaming service cracked down on users sharing passwords, which pushed users to get their own accounts. And now, in the first 3 months this year, Netflix announced it had gained more than 9 million subscribers. That brings Netflix to a record high number of subscribers, nearly 270 million. And finally, in the world of Hollywood, there's a world to be saved and mayhem to be managed. In the latest trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine, there's more that we can't show you. The trailer is for mature audiences only, and it's the first R-rated movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Deadpool and Wolverine opens in theaters July 26th. And that's your look at Tuned In. We hope you have a wonderful week as we send it back to our great team of Diego and James at the desk.
I'm always amazed just by how interesting things can get.
Yeah, if I'm being real with you, it definitely leaves me amazed most days.
I honestly love to hear the enthusiasm, Diego, but now that segment is over, let's jump into a very important one.
That's right, I already know what you're talking about, weather with Jaden. It's been a bit all over the place with rain, wind, and a bit of sudden heat. What do you expect for this week?
Thank you, Diego and James. Let me just tell you that this upcoming week is uneventful, as there isn't going to be a lot going on. But at least in this bright and sunny weather, you can see that you can make use of your shades. Now, as I've had mentioned today, it's quite sunny with some wind, and the temps are highs in the 80s and lows below 60 degrees. The overall forecast this weekend appears to be quite similar to our current forecast. The temps are highs in the 80s and lows in the 50s, with it being mostly sunny, but watch out on Saturday as it'll be quite the windy day, as you can see. And it seems that we will continue this trend of having consistent temps throughout this report, as there will be an average of 85 degrees in the highs and an average 60 in the lows. Though I do want to point out on that Wednesday, there will be some thunderstorms that evening, so be sure to be prepared and plan accordingly. But we will always take the rain, and I must say, you guys have noticed have you guys noticed how green Lubbock has been lately? Knock on some wood, but it looks great outside.
You know, we'll always love some rain. And James, do you think the sun is here to stay?
I don't know, man. You never know with Lubbock.
I know that's right, so let's just trust Jaden on this one. But unfortunately, we're gonna have to go to break really quick. And so, still to come on this edition of Lubbock ISD Today, we time out with Mr. Ward.
But first, we head on over to gameplay with Aubrey as they tell us about swim, track, and football, and basketball, as we have a heady hitter today.
So stay locked in because we will be back before you know it.
James doesn't know it yet, but he's the next big model. Maybe not that type of model, but when you see it, you see it. I guess James is learning how to be on camera in more ways than one.
Every week here at this station we have special days, like Friday is show day. But Tuesdays have taken on its own special meaning.
All right, everyone, get a tie. It's Tie Tuesday.
Mr. Ward is all about teaching life skills, but for some students it gets them all tied up in knots. While for others, it's gotten a little excessive.
I started a tie collection, but things got a little excessive.
Hey, that is terrific.
These puns are terrible, but at least we're ready for our future interviews.
Here in the afternoon class, we do everything pretty well. And honestly, I don't know how Sarah always keeps her composure.
Hey, I'm gonna go get something off the printer really quick.
Okay. Wow, I wonder how she can keep her calm.
This is bad. This is very, very bad. This is gonna blow up and be terrible. Okay, I need to work out.
But I guess we'll never really know what goes on inside of her head. Yeah, that's worse than I thought. Hello and welcome into Gameplay. I'm Aubrey Noble, a junior from Monterey High School. Kobe Bryant once said great things come from hard work and perseverance. And as for our Lubbock ISD track teams, they have represented this. We start off with the ladies. Reese Pena is going back to state. She will represent Lubbock High in the 1600 and 3200 meter race. And the guys from the Big E are headed back to state in the 800 meter relay, as well as Jada Green and the long jump. Congrats to all of them for competing. Taking a break from our high school sports, we move on to our middle schools, and most primarily, their swimmers and divers. They competed in the Mansfield Invitational, recently, one of the most competitive middle school swim meets in all of Texas. And right now, they are recruiting the next generation of swimmers. Sarah Rose has more on that. Thank you so much, Sarah. And tell your students to talk to their counselor today if they want to join the swim program. And now let's head over to the Diamond. With baseball coming to an end, let's take a look at how our teams are doing. Monterey is fighting to keep their playoff spot with an 8-9 record. The Mustangs have a 7-10 record, the Matadors 4-5, and the Westerners are at 1-6.
16. Now, with softball season ending as well, we take a look to how our teams did. Monterey finishes tied for the first place with a 9-3 record, which secures their spot in the playoffs. Good job, y'all. The Lady Mustangs finished 3-9 in districts play, and the Lady Westerners finish at a 1-11. And on an even brighter note, the Estacado Lady Matadors finish a 4-6 and secure a spot in the playoffs for the first time since the 2009 season. Congrats to Coach Holland and company on this great achievement. Congrats to all of them. Playoff season is the best season in any sport.
Yeah, you couldn't have said it any better, Aubrey.
Definitely. Thanks for keeping us up to date in sports, Aubrey.
Of course. Thank y'all for watching.
And as we get into getting ready to close out the 29th edition of Lubbock ISD Today, we end the show with Mr. Ward as he talks about us and our final steps.
That's right. Just like this episode, the school year is coming to an end. And so stick with us as we have more coming your way right after this.
Lincoln wears his headphones a lot, and I kind of wonder what kind of music he's listening to.
You're right. I wonder what he's listening to.
Heavy metal?
Rock?
Check it out, it's time to rock, it's time to rock.
Hey, what if he likes indie music?
Or country.
I'm just a country boy from Tennessee.
Rap?
Maybe we should just go ask him ourselves.
I don't see why not. Hey Lincoln, what are you listening to?
Barbie Girl.
I'm a boss.
Welcome back to the final part of episode 29 of the Lubbock ISD Today.
It's been an amazing show, but we are going to end it as we normally would with Mr. Ward. Take it away.
Thanks so much, team. And today's a big day in my book. This show was produced by the students that put on this show every week, and I'm so proud of that. Another thing, though, that I'm proud of is that we've officially hit a huge landmark, reaching a goal that we set at the beginning of the year. That goal, question mark, I think it was to visit every single Lubbock ISD campus and tell a story on them this year. And in total, Lubbock ISD has more than 50 schools from high school to middle school and a whole slew of elementary schools. Our students, rather your students, went and captured a story from each campus, and that is something that we are all proud of here. And we are Lubbock ISD TV. We're here to share our school district's message and assets through quality programming. And I'm proud to say this as well. We have checked off that mark this year. Now let's meet Mr. Ward timing out on Lubbock ISD Today. I'll send it back to our team at the desk.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ward. When we first started this school year, I honestly didn't know our district had that many schools.
Right, like he said, 50 plus schools, and we have covered all of them.
With 4 weeks of school left, I am pumped we got that done. And speaking of almost being done, our final part of the show is the weather forecast. Jaden, what do we have on the final docket this week?
Well, as we are closing out the show, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast that shows that the overall temperatures will be repetitive, keeping highs in the range of 85 and lows in the range of 60. And as one last reminder, to be prepared for the thunderstorm ahead on Wednesday. So grab your raincoats and umbrellas if you are going outside.
Nice. Other than that storm, we might actually have some nice summer weather coming soon.
That's right, and as much as it hurts to say, it's about time we close out of today's show. Thank you so much for sticking around, and we couldn't do it without all of you.
The morning class will be back at it next week to share more amazing things and opportunities only on Lubbock ISD Today.
Technical Director, Sarah Rose. Audio Engineer, Elena Lucero. Floor Director, Sierra Davila. Teleprompter Operator, Lincoln Oglesby. Pro Presenter Operator, Alana Patrick. At the desk today, we have Diego Molinar and James Pennington. Weather with Jaden Lopez. Sports with myself, Aubrey Noble. Tuned in with Lincoln Oglesby. And social media today with Elena Lucero.